Hi, my floss tube friends. I'm Kelly. This is my mid-year WIP parade. I'll give you a little bit of info about myself because sometimes these videos bring in new viewers. I live in Canada, in the province of British Columbia, somewhat near to Vancouver, but east in the Fraser Valley. And I have been cross-stitching for 30 years. I slowed down a little bit in 2015 when I started to be a quilter, but I still did odds and ends, little ornaments and such. And then in 2024, a bunch of my stitching friends said, hey, let's stitch the Summer Olympics. So we had a bunch of prompts, and that's how I kind of got back into it. So I'm doing both crafts at the moment. So I will go through what I have started this year, and I will go through the projects that I did previously. It was a weird coincidence because I started 2026 with 26 projects. So I'm going to do those first, and then we'll get into the stuff that I've started since January the 1st. Let's get to it. Back in the day, I was collecting these Just Cross Stitch magazines, so I have a few of them. And one project that I had at the beginning of 2026, I'd never actually touched it since then. So I'm just going to show you. And this is what he is supposed to look like. This little snowman. I do have to get a couple of charms for the wreath. And I think I already have a piece of yellow ribbon. I'm just going to tie a bow and then stitch it down. So, there he is. No change this year at all. So he's going to go like that way, actually. Eventually I will put the hanger for the ornament like up on the top of his hat, like up there. This is a piece of cremata that I had. I'm working my way through it. It's 14 count. If I do know the fabrics, I will tell you. Sometimes I don't know what it is. Another project that I did not work on in 2026 is the polar bears with sort of Nordic colored sweaters. It is a free pattern from Owl Forest Embroidery. I'll put a picture up here of what it's supposed to look like. The company does have a version of brown bears with red sweaters if you prefer that. I don't know if it's still free because I got it 2 years ago, I think. But there's where I'm at. This is a piece of 28 count Lugana. I believe it's platinum. That's a better representation of the color. I'll try and go closer. This is the top middle bear. I have one more project that I forgot I didn't touch this year. This book. You'll see it more. It's a small one. I'm going to make a magnet for my friend. Let me show you. It looks, pardon me, will look something like that. So, no change from the end of December, but I'll give you a fresh look anyway. There we are. Now we'll get into the projects that I did work on in 2026. So I will show you the previous photo from the last WIP parade, end of December 2025, whenever it was I did it, I forget, but back around that time. I've had this book for quite a long time, and it has birthstone angels in it. So I'm not going to show you the chart, but one of them I'm doing is January, and that's what she's going to look like. And the other one is July. And that is what she is going to look like. I do have them both on one piece of fabric. It's some 14 count white Aida that I had. I probably should have used even weave. It's a little bit easier when the faces are being done, but there's a picture here somewhere of what they look like before, and that's what they look like now. And I will be working more on this angel coming up because of July. I might as well stitch on her in July. I'm going back to this book because I'm doing the March Angel as well. I'm filming these clips, by the way, as I have time and it's convenient, so that's why I'm doing different things. And you won't see this till July. Okay, that's what she's eventually going to look like. And I have a picture here somewhere of what she was like before. And here she is now. This is 28 count, I think, white even weave. So you can see with the back stitching on her face, it's a little better than on Ada. It looks fine on the Ada fabric too. It's not that bad, but it's just slightly better this way. Since I already had this book out, I'll show you one more thing. Let me just find it. Find the picture. There it is. It's called Celtic Spirit. That's what it's going to look like. Sorry, there's a bit of glare. The book's shiny. Their model is on, I don't know what, it looks like linen, some sort of light tan color. I'm using, I believe this is another piece of the Platinum Lugana. So what it looked like previously, end of December. And here's what it looks like now. I was working a lot in the border. I have a few charts that were just freebies from I found online, and I just printed the chart off. This is one of them. There's the particulars if you want to find it. This is from a couple of years ago. I don't know if it's around or not. It's only 3 colors. I'll show you what it looked like previous. And there it is now. Whoops, wrong way around. That would help. There we go. That's better. I'm going to take this camping. We're leaving on the 30th of June, coming back on the 5th of July. The 1st is Canada Day, Canada's national holiday. So I will be taking this with me. So you will see this again with more on it in my July floss tube. For now, that's it. Some random white Ada chunk. Probably 14 count. Here's another printed chart I have, but again, it is only the chart, so I'm going back here. I just looked up red truck cross stitch and came up with this. Country Living, December 2015. I did find it 2 years ago. So I have a photo from before. And here it is now on a piece of, I think it's cream Ada. The tree is very close to being finished. I think there's a couple more rows. Let me just check the chart again. Yeah, I just have to get the last rows down to the top of the truck. And then there is a ton of red on the truck. Here's another free chart I have. It's called Favorite Brew. Yes, I've been marking it up. You can kind of see it, but I'm not going too close. It's spell books and an Erlenmeyer flask. And like steam and stuff. It's from Hands On Design, if you want to find it. Scary Apothecary. handsondesign.biz. May or may not be out there in internet land, I don't know. But there's the info. So, previous. I was doing some stitching on the 13th and 31st for this earlier. So, pick the fluff off. There it is now. Yes, it's a little bit wrinkly. And the cream Ada, that's, color's not great, but you get the idea what cream Ada looks like. So far. I've gone a bit ahead in time. Today is Monday, the 6th of July. We were camping last week, so that's why I didn't get any more clips filmed. My oldest WIP, Winter Queen. But if you've been around my channel for a while, you know that mine is not blue. I started working on her in about 2002. Yeah, she's moving a little bit because there's a fan going. It's pretty warm. The white Whisper thread discolored. So I picked it all out and I'm redoing that part with one strand of B5200 and one strand of a white Krynic. I think it's 001, size 4. But if anybody wants to know for sure, I can check. I will film that in a close-up so you can see it. There you can see a little bit where I've restitched the white and some areas that I have not done yet. I am doing a few ornament charts from this book. I'm not going to show it too close because there's just charts. Some of them have mock-ups, but not all of them. So I'm doing this little Santa. I think I only had him barely started when you saw him last time, but I did a little bit more. Probably won't be much of a difference. This is a scrap of light blue Ada that I had. Should be 14 count. When I get to my new starts for 2026, you will see this book again. I started these Christmas carolers a while ago. They're sort of Victorian looking. I'll have the previous photo here somewhere. I did work on a little bit, so that's what they look like now, and it's a bit wrinkly. This is a piece of cream even weave because I'm doing them 2/2. There's going to be a lot of backstitch coming up, but I want to get all the cross stitches done first. The color's going all weird. I don't have very good light in here at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it's cream. Off-white, maybe? I just use up scraps. I don't know what they are. I'm doing this wreath too. Right way around? Yeah, there. That's what it looks like now. This is light blue, some even weave, probably Lugana. That's what I usually use. This one will have quite a bit of backstitch too. I'll sort of kind of show you the charts a bit. This one's called Making Spirits Bright. I'll put the previous picture up here. This is what it looks like now. This is, I think it's mushroom. It's Lugana. I am doing it 2/1. It's 28 count, I'm pretty sure. It could be oatmeal, but I'm pretty sure it's mushroom. Here's the photo somewhere of the wise men while I clip this on. There we are now. This is Stormy Gray Jobelin. I have used this on various projects because I had a chunk left from a project a long time ago. Get a bit closer. Yeah, the wise men will look way better after they get all their backstitch. The last one from this magazine is called Merry Mooseness. Recently, if you've been following me along, you would have seen it for the M in British Columbia for the acrostic that I'm doing this year. And there's what he looks like now. This is a white or off-white Lugana, 28 count. It's 2/2. And all the cross stitch is done. I just have to do backstitch. There's a bit more around his ears and his antlers and his boots, and he's going to have white backstitch boot laces eventually. In approximately 2005 or so, I was working on the Teresa Wentzler rocking horses. I finished a few of them and gave them away to charity. I'll probably do the same with these ones. We'll see. So I don't really have mock-ups, but approximate charts, not that I can show you much. And they're pretty much close to done. This one is chestnut. This is 32 count Lugana. I believe it is cream. And I just have a lot of backstitch left to go. Mostly on the rocker though. This one is called Trotter. Not as finished. This is on Pearl Gray Lugana. Again, 32 count. Go back closer for you. Today's the 7th. We're carrying on. I've had this book for a while. It's similar to other books I have, where there's large motifs per section and then some smaller ones. One whole section's winter. So I may actually do this one sometime. I'll think about it. But the small motif I'm doing is a little polar bear. Just a minute, I gotta flip to the page. Okay, I'm gonna back off because it's just the chart. It's right there. I've almost got them done. Previous photo. Let me scoot closer. I don't have my little mics on anymore. The audio wasn't picking up for some reason, so I'm just going with the audio on my phone. Hope all is well. There he is now. This is some more of that Pearl Gray Lugana that I've been using up. It's 28 count and he's over 2. So I just have to do a little bit more stitching here with the snow area and then finish up the back stitch. And he will be a cute ornament. I think he has personality. Look at that cute face. I have a couple of free charts from the Fat Quarter Shop that I'm stitching. The first one's called Christmas Time, I think. Here's the mock-up here. And what I had done before. This one's had a bit of work. I think this is Antique White Lugana. Another piece of extra stash I've been using up. The lettering is all finished. Now I'm just working on the motifs all around. The other chart is called Haunted Halloween, I think. This one doesn't have as much done. Here's the mock-up and what it was like before. And here we are now. This is the rest of the Stormy Gray Jobelin fabric. I'm just using it up. It is actually bigger than I need. This is the Tea in Haunting. The clip I had previously for spooky season did not work for some reason, so I'm going to tell you again that I started it in October of 2025. The pattern is from tidypatterns.com. They also have an Etsy shop. I have a picture of the mock-up I'm going to put in here, what it looked like at the end of December, and I will show you now. So this year I worked on the spider web. And the stats are 3,628 stitches and 14.98%. One more. It's a Christmas project. Here's the mock-up. And previous at the end of December, because this is another start from last fall. The stats from before, I didn't have much on it. 315 stitches and 4.73%. But I did work on it off and on over the winter. There we are now. The pattern is by Stitchman Darcy, and I bought the hand-dyed fabric off of him. The current stats are 914 stitches and 13.72%. Die Hard is the only Christmas movie worth watching. Today is the 8th of July, and I'm going to start showing you the new projects that I've been working on since the beginning of the year. There's 3 of them I have in Pattern Keeper, so we'll do those first. The first one was a New Year, New Start, and I do have a video of that. The mock-up is here. The design is by Eder Jose Rosa, and the chart is from Stitches So Beautiful. My Pattern Keeper stats are 4,400 stitches and 11%. That's what it looks like now. It's 16 count ivory, Ada, I think. I was trying to do sort of typewriter method across the top. I'm almost to the edge, not quite. But I also wanted to make sure that the detail in the moon was showing up. So I went down and did more on the moon. But that's why there's all those raggedy part threads there. That's a lot of confetti. I'll go as close as I can. The other two I have are monochrome. Just a minute, let me get that out of the way. Oh, I had to stop that last clip because I had to sneeze. Sorry. I have two monochrome projects. One of which I started February just a minute, I have my page here. The 25th, I think. I don't always write these down, but when I have new starts, I do. Yes, February the 25th. As I've been doing this here, I will have the mock-up of what it is and anything I have from before, but probably just the mock-up. And I gotta get it oriented the right way around here. Hold on. Sorry. I have everything in a pile. There. This chart is from Stitching Jewels. She does her monochrome charts for black, but this is color 796. Oh, wait a minute. Is it the other way around? Hold on. I don't know. Maybe it's this way. It's hard when it's only partly. I don't know. I'm not sure. This is the motor, at any rate, of the sewing machine. As I get more done, you'll get the idea and get it figured out. Yeah, I think that's right. That looks better this way. Okay, and this has 1,570 stitches and is at 10.08%. And the next one is also monochrome, but it's from Monochrome Stitch Art on Etsy. And I started this for my birthday in March, so I do have a video of the starting of that. And we'll have the mock-up up here somewhere. I have it in the Q-snap because I'm going to work on it. This is not black. This is 3799. So I'm just working my way down in the cap part of the ornament. That is 765 stitches and 2.26%. This is 18 count, by the way. The rest of my new starts this year are all smalls, and they're from various books and magazines and on odds and ends of fabric that I had that fit. But I will tell you if I happen to know. So, back to these magazines. This one is called A Well-Wrapped Tree, and there happens to be a relatively good mock-up photo in here, so I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. Something like this. Light's not great there, that's a little bit better. I don't have too much done on it, but that's what mine looks like so far. This is a chunk of cream Ada. Sorry, we got a bit of flap there. There we go. That's better. I got to kind of the top part of the tree there. I'll just kind of do the top and then go back down and fill in as I go. This book has a lot of great charts, and I'm doing several of them. I'm doing a little baby thing. Babies are a gift of love. This is supposed to be made up into cards, but I don't know, I'll probably make it a little door hanger or something again. It was good to have baby gifts. A scrap piece of white Ada. You can kind of tell sort of what it is, because I started the cat. So the cat's face is coming in, and there's one angel wing. And I think she's supposed to be holding a heart. There's quite a bit of backstitch, and will definitely look more like something as I get that done. But for now, that's the start of it. Now, let me go through the book. I'm not shutting the camera off. I've got page numbers memorized, so I don't have to find it. There's a whole section all in a day's work. So I'm doing this one, if not for the last minute. It's pretty big, so again, probably a wall hanging when I get it done. Stray thread. This is more cream Ada. And I just kind of got the girl done. This is her hair and her blouse. Not much yet, but I think it'll be cute. It's sort of a fun thing. I have somebody in mind to give it to. And the last one is sort of like sweet treats. And I'm doing this one, Lead Me Not Into Temptation. It's like a cake stand. Again, not a whole lot, but I did do some of the lettering. It's a piece of white Ada. Yes, it's a bit wrinkly. My apologies. So, whoops. My clips are over there. I forgot them. So I got the wording started, and this is like the middle of the cake stand. The second row down, there's a great big cake on the top, and then this is supposed to be like little cakes or cupcakes or something. Maybe it's little cakes. Like you would have at tea, perhaps. That kind of idea. I am doing 2 projects from this book. And I'm going to make them into a needle book eventually. The first one is lavender. You can kind of see what it's supposed to look like there. Someone's made a bag out of it. This book is great because it actually gives you a lot of making up instructions. Not that I'm going to use it for the needle roll, but you can do other things with it. So this is a scrap of probably white. It could be Lugana, it could be Jubilee, I'm not sure. But there's where mine is now. So I just have to sort of fill in the top part. It's pretty close. And the other one, let me just find the page. Is blackberries. You can sort of see, here, let me get up here. There's a needle roll that someone's made. You can kind of see it a little bit. I don't want to show the chart though. I don't want to get close. Kind of like that. And let's get mine the right way around. Yes, there we go. Mine's not that far in. This is more of that same white fabric. I did the same one. I just had a piece. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's 28 count, 2/2. I went back to this book. You last saw it for the Santa and Mrs. Claus Wrap Up Warm. In the May section, I'll go farther back because there's charts. This is I Hate 4-letter words. Iron, clean, dust. Sorry, clean's 5, but you get the idea. Mine doesn't look like a heck of a lot, but I'll show you. On yet another chunk of cream Ada. I got started. And the other one is in the August section. Is there honey for tea? I think that'd be a cute magnet.
And mine, again, back to the cremata. I had a big piece of it. I think I still have some left. It won't look like much until I get backstitch on it, but I started the lettering, and when the backstitch comes in, this will be all a honeycomb border. There you are so far. I went back to the angel book again. There's a section at the back of Christmas angels. The instructions show to make her up as a bag. That's what she's supposed to look like. The right way around. Yes. There's another piece of white even weave that I'm using up. Mine doesn't look like much. This green bit here is sort of the edge of her sleeve, like her cuff. I have loads of gold, so I just picked one to use. That's a Krynic something. I forget, I wrote it down. Because the chart says to use that nasty DMC stuff, and I don't like it. I have another design started out of this book. The example isn't too great. Looks like it's on a baby bib. UFO Santa. I'm doing mine on gray. And I think this is the right way up. Doesn't look like much. Just the UFO. Yeah, the night's not terrific. It will look like more soon, I promise. So all of these little starts have been to do with the acrostic that I've been doing this year. So if you've been following along with my floss tubes and everything, you'll know what that's all about. And I'm just about finished. So for July and August, I'm finishing up Canada. So you will see everything that I'm doing for the first part of that in my July floss tube. And the last two letters carry on into August. So those will be in my August floss tube.
Thank you kindly, everyone, and for sticking with me. Sorry this is longer than usual, but that's what happens with WIP parades. Stay tuned to my channel for more cross stitch and more quilts. I got plans. Bye for now.